actually. Oops, it's Kiefer.
Kiefer's calling.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my cool voice. Hello?
Hello, hi.
Hi, Kiefer.
Wow. Is this Angela?
This is Angela. Hi, Kiefer. How on earth are you?
I'm very, very well. How are you?
Now, you're stuck in London, aren't you, apparently?
Well, I don't like to say stuck, but my departure home has been delayed, and had a wonderful time here. The weather's been amazing.
So what would Jack Bauer do in this situation? How would Jack Bauer get home?
I'm sure Jack Bauer would just swim.
Of course he would. Of course he would swim. When were you due to fly?
What's that?
When were you due to fly, and when are they planning on
we were
getting you
supposed
out?
to actually. We were on our way to Munich on Saturday, and then returning to Los Angeles, I think, yesterday. But we've been here the entire time.
When does it look like they're going to get you on a flight out?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh, you can always come into the studio. We can pass some time for you here if you fancy it. Now, 24, it's the last series being screened here at the moment.
Yes.
Can you give us any hints about what's going to happen to Jack at the end?
Not a whole lot, but there is one significant difference, and I think it mainly really applied to me as an actor, and I hope it translates to an audience. But in every season up until this last 8th one, Jack Bauer is presented with a crisis where a lot of lives are potentially in danger, and the country's national security. And as opposed to that, these last 8 episodes, it's a much more personal circumstance that truly makes him angry, and he's really in a really kind of a dark place. And so there's a frightening aspect to that that we tried to make for those last 8 episodes that I found really exciting to do as an actor, and I hope the audience does it while watching it.
How did it feel coming to the end of that series? Are you sad to see Jack go?
Well, we're going to make the feature films now.
You are definitely going to make the film?
Yeah, and one of the reasons we've always said, that we would never approach the films until we were finished with the series because of the demand on the writers. So I don't feel like I'm leaving Jack Bauer behind. But what was not surprisingly difficult, but I think I had enough time to prepare for it, but it didn't seem to matter, was, I've worked with, and you have a crew as well that you work with every day.
Yeah.
We worked together for 9 years, for 8 seasons.
That's it.
And I think over 36 children were born on our show, and I think 17 or 18 marriages, and they're still all going strongly. And so there was a real
family element
atmosphere,
to it.
And we spent more time together than we did with anyone else, and to just kind of look around on that very last shot and see some of the faces that you've just come to expect from Monday to Friday, and a lot in our off time, that became very kind of emotional, and I think it took us all by surprise.
Well, you're the exec producer as well on it, aren't you? Didn't you have to make a speech at the end? Was that very emotional to make?
Well, it's actually, I think someone filmed it because it was a significant moment for all of us, and I went to go say something to just tell these people what an honor it's been, and what a gift this show has been in my life, and that they are the biggest part of that. And I went to go say that, and my voice failed me, and it started to quiver, and my lips started to go, and I found myself having to look down at my shoes because I knew that if I'd looked into the eyes of anyone, I'd have fallen apart. So, but I think everybody felt like that, and it's been we only wrapped 6 days ago.
Was it only 6 days?
Yeah, I mean, I finished the last scene of 24, got on a plane, went to New York, kind of packed up a couple things, and flew here. And so it's an adjustment. I mean, every day it's something that I think about in a heavier way than I thought.
Oh, that's making me really sad.
Well, don't be. I mean, we're all going to get together and kind of make the film.
Yeah, I've heard
we
rumors
just don't know exactly when.
I've heard rumors that it might be getting shot in London.
We're going to do parts of it. I think the story is, kind of as it stands now, and I can't guarantee it just because things do change. But in the development process of the screenplay, because it is a 2-hour representation of a 24-hour day, we will actually be able to get from Eastern Europe to London very easily.
Fantastic.
And so we'll actually be able to do some things we've never done before. like travel.
Do you think that Jack might actually get the girl in the film? Might he actually end up settling down?
Well, I think first you'll have to watch the end of the season because certainly there's an option for that here.
Great.
But it's the one thing I think, primarily because of the ending of the first year where he loses his wife.
Yeah.
I think it's the one thing that I certainly, as a producer and an actor, would like to see the character get towards. Is getting the girl and being able to keep the girl alive.
Yeah.
So you'll have to watch the end of the series.
Oh, I'll be there. I'm a massive, huge fan.
Oh,
now,
thank
apart from your extended stay in London and the film, have you got any other plans? Are we about to see Kiefer Sutherland in a rom-com or something like that, maybe?
I don't even know what that is.
A romantic comedy.
Oh, a romantic comedy. It's funny that you all invented the language and now stopped using whole words.
Yeah, that's it. We just cut them off and we mixed two words together and all sorts here.
Yeah, no, it's very clever. You guys must be unbelievably bored. No, I'm doing a film with Lars von Trier's in Copenhagen, a film called Melancholia in July, and that's the only plan that I have as of right now.
Fantastic. Kiefer, it's been so lovely to speak to you.
It's very nice to speak to you, and yeah, if we get delayed much longer, I would love to stop in and say hello, but thanks for chatting with me.
Pop in, we've got great cakes. We've also got Stephen Merchant here who would love to work with you, I'm sure.
Oh.
He'd love to write you something. He wrote The Office with Ricky Gervais.
No, I know. I had the pleasure, I believe, we met very briefly, and Ricky has been so kind of nice to me, and just a huge fan of that show. I could never watch more than 2 or 3 episodes at a time because I know people like that.
A bit too close for comfort.
I've been like that at a time, and it got very depressing for me. But man, it was.
No, don't be depressed. Let's not end this interview on a depressed thing. Let's end it happily.
No, but I mean, it was so funny. It was painful because it was such an unbelievable insight into the human kind of condition, and
I'll pass that on to him, Kiefer.
My deepest respects to him,
I will do.
I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you. Same to you. I hope you get home soon as well.
Thank you, dear.
Cheers, Kiefer. Bye, love.
Hey, bye-bye.